What is up, my puffer people? It is I, Kane, your puffer pal, back with another video. And today I'm announcing I'm officially declaring war on Tom Zane, the GBA, because I didn't get into the GBA D-League. I'm just kidding. Why am I muted? Allow, sure. I don't care. Anyway, ignore that. Ignore the fact that I have a friend who's playing Roblox. I don't know. Anyway, over this OPL, interesting general. Oh, this is our logo. What are you guys' thoughts on the logo? Shout out to Pingu. Let's see, replays. Should probably set this up. Here it is. Okay, before we get into that, I'm gonna be doing my team builder, and this in the same video. Just because I don't know if I'm going to do it every week, but because this week I was very busy with classes and everything, I just want to do this in one video while I have time. So anyway. So his team. What am I doing? I'm so stupid. Okay. Okay, there. Anyway, so his team is actually... So, I'll give you a little story. We are against Alomel. Well, you already saw it. Alomel 2, and you could see what he brought, but ignore that. And, fun fact, we did verse him in the DPBA, and we beat him. But, the biggest thing is, he actually, if you remember, we also went against a guy, Cleric Colors, who defeated us. He was originally in this league, but had to leave. So, basically... This guy, Alomel, took over. I let him, even though usually you have to wait a week after free agency, I didn't really care, so I just said, yo, because you joined in late and you got, kind of screwed. I don't care if you want to make them now. So, his team is Jirachi, Hydreigon, Alolan Marowak, Serena, Ditto, Cryogonal, Mega Heracross, Nihilego, Rotom Wash, Aromatisse, and Stakataka. I'm going to quickly go over what each Pokemon could do. So, first, Jirachi. Okay, Jirachi is really good. Jirachi could be run... It's base 100, so it could be run in so many ways all across the board. But its best sets are like Scarf or Banded, like Ironhead usually, because you just flinch them for days while doing decent damage with your base 100 attack stat. I've also seen some pretty cool sets with Crimson Seabat. I know ran Future Sight Jirachi. So there are other sets you could run, but just like because of his Serene Grace, he has spicy abilities like because of his Serene Grace, like which is such a spicy ability. That's what I was trying to say. That he usually runs like Ironhead and like Heart Stamp it for special. Then Hydreigon, which is one of his Z-Mons. Okay, what Hydreigon does is... No, I'm just going to pull the Pokemon up just so you guys can see it. Hydreigon's a really powerful Pokemon. If you could see, base 90 speed, which although... 98 speed, what am I saying? Which isn't amazing because it gets outsped by a decent chunk of my team. It's still really good because with base... 125 special attack. It hits hard. Slap choice specs on that, and you could just click Draco, and I don't have a switch in because I have Soul Stealer, which will be very important in this battle, as you'll see. But I don't have a fairy type, so I don't really have a switch in. Plus Dark Bolt, yeah, it's really scary. Then his next Pokemon. Ooh baby, okay. Marowak, Alolan. Oof. Like, if you look at my team, what's my switch-in? I have an Entei, but he gets, Bone Meringue, so Entei doesn't want to take that. I have a Vaporeon, but it doesn't have good physical bulk. Then, I have Porygon 2, which, if I run max physical bulk, still really doesn't want to take it very well. I have Zygarde, which is my best switch-in, I guess, to it, but, like... If it, after a Flare Blitz, plus a, I don't want to take, really, a Flare Blitz and a Shadow Bone. I might be able to live it. I didn't do the calcs, but it's not like I can't just switch it in freely because he can he also has a chance to burn me. So it's like a big threat, and it hits. You're like 80 attack. That's so bad. But imagine that, but doubled because of Thick Club. Yeah, it is insanely good for a tier 3. Then. Okay. Serena isn't really threatening to my team at all. Its stats are okay. Base 120 attack is good, but besides that, its stats aren't very good except defense and special defense, which are okay. The only reason it's even a tier 3 is because it's a decent rapid spinner, honestly, and it hits fairly hard and blocks that priority. It's not that good. I don't fear it at all. Then you got Ditto. Quick Claw Ditto is overpowered AF. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, Ditto's a threat because it makes it so that I have to be very careful if I want to bring a setup mod. Because if I set up and he sends in Scarf Ditto and clicks the right move, it's GG. Because Ditto copies stat changes. Then you've got Cryogonal. Now I've used Cryogonal. It's not as good as I wanted it, but it's good. It's horrible defense. Hit it with any physical attack and it's gonna die. But it's got decent special attack, plus really good special defense, and really good, well, not really good, but good speed. So if you want to run a specially defensive rapid spinner, because I think it gets rapid spin, it's not bad, but it's not that good. Then Mega Heracross. This thing is another thing I don't really fear. I have a lot of answers to this, and it's slow. It's got okay bulk. It's got good bulk, but 4 times weakness to flying. I have a decent amount of flying types. Plus, it also weak to fire. I have one of the best fire types. And, I don't, and plus it's too slow. It just, gets outsped by so many Pokemon. So, again, not a really big threat to my team. It could do work, but it's not that threatening. Next is his other Z Pokemon, Nihilego. Nihilego is really good. So, basically, Nihilego could sweep with Beast Boost. Look on my team. The only Pokemon stopping it from sweeping is Celesteela, and if he runs the right... What's it called? Hidden Power. Not even that's really a good counter. Also, Zygarde 50%, but he could run Hidden Power Ice so easily. Which, that's good, because, it's mind games. Does he run Hidden Power, Fire for Celesteela, or Hidden Power Ice for Zygarde? But it's got Beast Boost, and you could run Scarf, max special attack, and it just puts in work. Could actually take special hits pretty well, and it's decently fast. It's just way too frail on the physical side. So if I could, hit it with one Earthquake or something, it's gonna die, honestly. Then, we have Rotom-Wash. Rotom-Wash is probably the best Rotom form. It's good, but, it's good Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp Trick, Hydro Pump. It could be run offensive, but I have Pokemon that could stop this. I have Virizion, which is a really good check to this Pokemon. So, I don't, if it gets brought, I don't see it doing that much. Well, I know what happened, but I'm just, it's not. Because I already played, because unfortunately, again, busy. Usually team builders will happen before the battle, but, I'll put them together, maybe, I'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. Oh, my days. Okay. I have this best fire attack it gets in Power Fire. So I have one of the best counters to this Pokemon in Celesteela. So if he brings it, it's just gets walled by Celesteela. But it's a good Cleric with a Wish, and I think it gets Aromatherapy. So it's a good Cleric with a Wish and Aromatherapy. And then Stakataka. This guy's got a good Trick Room team, I'll tell you that. Alolan Marowak plus Stakataka under Trick Room is threatening. Stakataka with, like, Gyro Ball, because it's so slow. So, like, a Stakataka with, like, Gyro Ball and, like, Stone Edge Superpower could be decent. The only thing is it's not a Z-Mon. So, without a Z move, Celesteela kind of walls it. So, anyway, let's now get into my team. Okay. We start off. So we've got Mega Beedrill with Fell Stinger, X Scissor, Poison Jab, Gel Run, Max Attack, Max Speed, Forward Special Defense, and then Adamant. This thing, if I could kill something with Fell Stinger, we win. It's as clear as that. Jirachi gets killed. Hydreigon gets killed. Alolan Marowak gets killed. Serena, Ditto, Cryogonal, Mega Hera, like everything. There is not a single switch-in on his team to a +3 Beedrill. I mean, really, most teams don't. And named it Barry. I forgot to nickname my last two Pokemon, but it's whatever. I didn't nickname most of it. And Barry after Barry from the B movie. Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, it's pretty straightforward. Then we've got Flex Steel. Like Flex Steel, you get it. Anyway, we're running max defense, max HP, and foreign attack, and Rocky Helmet. This is my check to because, although we can't actually, like, hit it too hard, but, the thing is, we take his hits, and we just, like, leech seed it, and he takes Rocky Helmet damage, and, like, he just really can't hurt me, because we're not fast either, so he can't Gyro Ball. So, like, it's a good counter to that. It's also, like I said, good counter to Aromatisse. We have Air Slash for Mega Heracross, Heavy Slam for Cryogonal. It also is perfect, because if he wants to steal my Fell Stinger boost with Ditto, there's no move he could click that kills Flex Steel. It eats any hit. Then we got Nation, because Vaporeon, Vape Nation, yeah, you get it. Anyway, we have a pretty standard set. Scald to burn stuff, and for, like, Alolan Marowak and Heligon stuff. Ice Beam for that Hydreigon, because we don't want to just switching in for free. And then Wish and Baton Pass to Wish Path. And then we've got max HP, 216 special defense, so we eat the special hit. 4 special attack, so we could at least do a little damage. And then 36 in defense, so we could switch into the Alolan Marowak at least okay. Then we got Who Dat? Zoroark. Max special attack, max speed, special 4 special defense, timid. Titanium Z. Now this is because Focus Blast cannot OHKO Hydreigon. So with this I OHKO him and I don't have to risk missing. If I can also use it on Stakataka if I have to. Like if I don't want to risk missing. If it comes down to that I can. Also, still a hard-hitting move. Then we have Dark Pulse for Stab and, like, Alolan Marowak and Jirachi. We have Flamethrower for Mega Heracross and Serena. And then we have Sludge Bomb for Aromatisse, just in case I need to stay in. Then we have, I love this, Justified, so we could switch into those Dark Pulses from Hydreigon. And if we do, we get to +1, and then we just, it's so good. Why? We set up a sub as he switches out, hopefully, because I'm hoping... The 2 sets I see him bringing if he brings Hydreigon, Scarf or the Bugberry, because the Bugberry allows him to take a hit from this and then kill me with, or Scarf allows him to do the same, just not take a hit and then outspeed me and kill me with Fire Blast. Anyway. So if he runs Scarf, he'll switch out as I have a sub, and now I have a +1 against a sub, and I didn't really want to bring Life Orb because I don't want to die. So I'm like, you know what? At +1, close combat is really good against his team. Like, I get walled by Alolan Marowak, but I'm hoping to take that out quickly with, like, you and you and you. So, like, after that, I just click Close Combat, and then Leaf Blade if I have to. +1, and it just puts in work. And then Max Attack, Max Speed, you know, jolly. Pretty standard. Then we have Eviolite P2, Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. Tri-Attack is for just good stab. We have Shadow Ball for Jirachi, Ice Beam for Hydreigon and Serena, Shadow Ball for Alolan Marowak, and I think that's about it. Okay, yeah, that's my team. I think it's actually a pretty good team against this team. You do notice we have, like, our bulky core, and then we have our offensive core. I like to do that. I like to run mix. Now, let's get into the battle. Wait, can I pause? Can I not adjust music volume? I cannot. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Fine. Post. So anyway, oops. Let me reset. So I decide, looking at his team, I'm gonna play it nice and smart. Lead Zoroark. Hopefully trick his Pokemon, because Zoroark's just such a fun lead. So we lead Zoroark as he leads Jirachi. I'm like, and I discussed it very. I'm like, yo, this is actually the perfect opportunity. I stay and click Dark Pulse, and if he clicks a Psychic Attack, thinking, oh, it's super effective, probably Okos me. No, we immune, and we don't kill, but we do a lot of damage. And he actually does click Heart Stamp, which is just what we wanted, and we get to click Dark Pulse and do 86%. Which is huge, because that means Jirachi is crippled. For the rest of the game, it can't switch in on an attack. It has to just be brought in, and even if it's brought in, it can't take any hits. So it's severely crippled now, as he just switches into Aromatisse, as I just click Dark Pulse again. And he said, how did I not see that coming? I feel dumb, and I'm like, no, it's not a big deal. I mean, like, Zoroark lead is very, like, common, but, like, you know, obviously. So I do have the Sludge Bomb, but the Sludge Bomb only does 50%. At this point, I am not just gonna risk my Bijou like this. So I just got to Flex Steel, like I said. I was doing calcs. He sets up a Trick Room. I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. But he goes out to Alolan Marowak, which is very bad, because I don't have that good of a counter to this on my team. I go Porygon. Okay, well, I click Protect as he clicks Flare Blitz. Then I go Porygon 2. Here's why I go Porygon 2 and not Vaporeon. I'm scared he predicts me to go Vaporeon. Vaporeon cannot take a Shadow Bone. Like, 2 Shadow Bones. Whereas if he clicks Shadow Bone, you're immune and then can take a Flare Blitz. And it's not that big of a risk because I knew he could take a Flare Blitz anyway. He tipped. So we trace Rockhead. Not a big deal, and we take a lot of damage. So I'm like, oh gosh, that did more than I expected, because I didn't want to just take too long with the calc, so I send out Vaporeon, and I know we eat up a Flare Blitz. We don't take it too well, but between Lefties and Leech Seed, we're back up to 71. It's fun. And the Trick Room wears off. And he goes Rotom Wash as we click Wish, and we could now just freely bring in a P2, and give it the wish that we just went for. As he goes for Discharge and instantly gets the Paralysis. So I'm like, oh great, that's just no dandy. This actually does end up coming into effect in a pretty big way later in the game. So we can just click Try Attack, 20% chance, don't get it. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I don't really care. Go for Try Attack again. And we don't get it. And now this is you're gonna notice kind of a cycle going on that, we kinda, we don't get trapped in per se, but we just, like, get in kind of a cycle of me clicking Try Attack for a while, because I'm like, okay, 20% chance to get stuff, eventually I'm gonna get it, let's be honest. Still don't get it. He just clicks Wish again, I'm like, okay, this is fun. So I decide finally to switch out to VGL as he switches a Alolan Marowak. I'm like, wow, really good play. So I'm just like, okay, I don't like that. So I decide to double back out into P2 as a sack, because it's my least useful member, as he just goes back into MT. So I'm like, what? Why would you do that? If I'd clicked Poison Jab, that would have been an epic play. I click Shadow Ball in case he tries to bring that back in, as he clicks Trick Room. And I'm like, don't like that. As he goes, as I click Shadow Ball again, and we do get the Spadef drop, which is so good, because he already has bad Spadef, and this allows me to stay in. This is where I said this comes into effect in a big way. Gyro Ball only did 19%. I don't know the calc if I wasn't paralyzed, but it would have done way more if I hadn't been paralyzed, because I would have been faster. So it actually ended up coming into play in a pretty big way, I'd say. It actually helped me out a lot, so, I mean, I'm not that mad at it. That's why I didn't really care too much about the paralysis. And we just clicked Thunderbolt again, got a decent amount of damage off, and his lefties heal a little, and Trick Room wears off this turn, and we get fully powered, which is fine because we actually haven't been getting fully powered too often. Now, I click Shadow Ball again because I can't give that a free switch in. He clicks Moonblast, and first Moonblast gets a special attack drop. I'm like, okay, this is going super well right now. Turn 22, already turn 22. And there's been no death. No Pokemon has died yet. I'm like, okay, this battle's gonna be long. And now, at this point, we're just having a stalwart, to be honest. He's clicking Wish, I have Wish Vaporeon, I have Recover P2. I Baton Pass right back into Porygon 2. I'm like, okay. If I'd ran Recover, it would have been way easier for this P2 to stall it out. But, like, I didn't because I needed the coverage. Okay, we click Shy Hack again, and we still don't get the drop. And then guess what? He gets another special attack drop. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going well. I have to start playing more aggressively. So, you'll notice in a second, I click Chai Attack, he clicks Check Room. Well, so I don't start playing too aggressively yet. But, okay, basically I will. So basically, he just clicks Wish as I click Shadow Ball to make sure he cannot get that switch in. And then I wait. Okay. Well, wait for it. Okay, so I get fully powered, and I'm like, gosh, this is just not going well. And this is where I really think about it. I'm like, okay, that's it. I have to play more aggressively. I need to kill something if I even want to win. So I go out to the beach because we need to take a Pokemon out. Takes 25%, but that's fine. I'm like, oh, okay, it's 25%. I'll live. As he doubles into Jirachi, I guess predicting me to click, but I clicked X Scissor because it was the safest play, and we do end up taking Jirachi out. And finally, turn 31, we draw First Blood. And I'm like, okay, let's go, Barry. Let's go. Claiming a kill. Now, at this point, I'm like, okay, I can't one-shot him with Drill Run. I need damage. So I just sack my P2 off. So now I go Vaporeon. And he just goes right to Mosh. And like I covered in my team builder before, a few minutes ago, I have a designated counter to this in Virizion. It takes Electric Hits, and it takes Hydro Pump. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to set up a sub, and we can put in some work. He goes into Rumbatiste, and I thought I could at least do some damage to this thing. I did the calcs then after my sub, and I'm like, okay, I don't do that much. But I'm like, I could always get crit. And we do get the crit, because it's a high chance to crit. And then I don't want my Virizion to die yet. So I decide I'm just going to save it. And we double into Barry, because we can take any hit as he goes for Wish. And we go for the Poison Job. And Poison Jab has like a 58% chance to outcome. Now we click Poison Jab, he's immune. No. I think Drill Run, I'm like, okay, Drill Run, it kills him. 100%. It does like 80% to him. I was not expecting the Shucka Berry. Now I'm like, oh no, I just screwed up. I lost my Wincon. I lost my Mega. But he clicks Trick Room, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like, okay, thank you. I was like, yes. I was so happy, because this allows me to double into the Celesteela, and he dies to Rocky Helmet, unless he clicked Stone Edge, which wasn't likely, because it's inaccurate. So now Celesteela because that kill goes to Celesteela, it counts as a kill for him, has actually picked up 1 kill. Because, like, Leech Seed and Rocky Helmet kills count for a kill to that Pokemon, as you'll see a little later on. Now I'm like, okay, I don't really have a switch in, I just have to sag my Vaporeon off. Yay! So now I've had to sack 2/3 of my bulky core onto the Marowak. At this point, I'm like, okay, basically, here are the calcs. Max HP, max attack. Marowak takes 92 to 108%. Okay? So I'm like, okay, this is my best fight. I have a decent chance to kill him, and there's no other way I have a chance to kill him. So this is Zoroark, by the way. So let's see what happened. It does 92%, which means we either got the minimum roll required, minimum, or he's not max attack. But the problem with that is he has to be max attack. So the only thing that might happen was either we got the min roll, or he's not max HP, which I think he was max HP, but I'm not sure. So right now I think we got the min roll, and he gets a crit. I'm like, oh, I was like, okay, that's on for it. I stunned and berry, and I'm looking at the caps, and I'm like, okay, max HP, no defense investment Marowak. Even if he's like 100 defense investment, he takes 8.9 min. So I'm like, from a Fell Stinger. So I'm like, this is it. We're going for the Fell Stinger. I'm like, unless he has a whole lot of defense investment, but because of that roll on the, with the Zoroark, I highly doubt it. So I'm like, okay, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Fell Stinger, do your job. And then he just switches out. So I'm like, okay. Just watch this damage, though. Fell Stinger did 51% and it's resistant. At this point, I'm like, I'm not letting Barry die. I have Flex Steel, best counter to this thing. Able to live a hit. And at this point, he goes Rotom. At this point, I could, again, just Leech Seed him. I can just go Virizion super safely. Because Virizion, what's it called? Well, I protect. Virizion counters this thing like I've covered. Resists both his stabs. If he wants to Willow me, I don't care because I don't put on too much offensive pressure anymore. I just have to, which he does do. I just have to be able to sponge hits from this thing. Now he sacks it off. This is huge because now that this thing is dead, you plus Celesteela just do such a good core like you two together. Now that is dead. And now he goes around Matisse from like, no, I am not doing this stall battle again. So at this point he sets up the Trick Room. He clicks Wish, I just click Leech Seed, we miss, which was on port. I click Leech Seed again as he goes Ditto. And we connect. So at this point, he has a full out with Ditto, but the Leech Seed. So he's at 88%. I'm like, okay, I think we're in a decent position. His Marowak dies from anything, basically. Aromatisse, I've got Flex Steel for, and Ditto, depending on who he copies, might be a threat, but probably. He actually really, there's nothing he could copy that really threatens me anymore. So we switch into Virizion just because I'm like, as a sack, actually. I was sacking this thing up 100% of the time. And he actually decided to, switch and let this thing not die. I was like, hallelujah. And now he's scarfed into Leech Seed, but I think he was scarfed. So he actually didn't kill Virizion, which I was very happy with. Now I'm able to go back into Flex Steel. He clicks Trick Room. As I believe I click Leech Seed again, just for damage. For heals. I click Leech Seed, we connect. Marowak goes down. At this point, basically he said, I thought the Wish would go first. Good to know. He can click Moonblast all he wants. It's basically GG unless he gets a crit, because his own Celesteela has to lock himself, he even said GG, into something, but he can't lock himself into any move that just kills my Celesteela. So, and even if he were to kill my Celesteela, worst case scenario, I still win. With variety, like, I would weaken him to the point where he cannot win. And if he wanted to lock himself into Leech Seed, we just go Variety Air Slash, we could eat those Air Slashes. And now, as you could say, boom, we take only 12%. We go for Air Slash, he takes 16%. But we also have the Leech Seed recovery, meaning he's dead. Even if he flinches me at this point, it doesn't matter because we get the recovery and he can't live another turn of Leech Seed. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Leech Seed takes him out. And that is our first week of the OPL. Okay, tell me that isn't a dope logo, by the way. I know, it's great. Anyway, that's our first week of the OPL. We caught a nice 3-0 victory. And Celesteela is actually tied, leading the league for kills. Bulky Celesteela picked up 4 kills this week. 4 kills, which makes me very happy to say. I think our team was really good, and I think we used it very well. I'm looking really forward to trying to win us the championship in the OPL, and I will see you guys next time. And until next time, my puffer people, Flex Steel says bye, and he also says, stay puff!